You change just this simple tweak and you'll start getting more yeses. You're looking more professional, coming across more professional with your prospects, people you're working with, within your own team, and your confidence is going to increase. You've got to stop making this one mistake. It's costing you some of your best leads. It's costing you a ton of time in your network marketing business. And it might be costing you like the potential future you have to build a business that you're supposed to build, that you can build. But you keep doing this same mistake over and over and over, and it's got you stuck. And it's probably got you super frustrated, partially because you don't even know what the mistake is. And I want to share with you today. Because half the battle is just awareness. It's just knowledge. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, got it, thank you. Now that I know that, I'll stop doing it. You know, this was a mistake I made for years. Literally, like in my business, my first business failed. At one point, as I'm building my second network marketing business, I moved my pregnant wife and our 2 babies into the loft with my wife's parents' garage, working 2 part-time jobs, below zero financially, trying to make it happen. I'm stuck in the business, but I kept making this mistake, and I went from making this mistake to an absolute breakthrough. And I become one of the top networkers on the planet. Like my team has over 4 million customers. I mean, it's crazy. We've done over 1.7 billion in sales, and I'm passionate about helping network marketers to break through. To like stop doing the stupid stuff, you know, the stuff that you're like, oh my heck, now that I know that, I won't do it anymore. So let me walk you through what the mistake is. You're asking for too much, too fast. Another way to think of it is you're overstepping your credibility and influence. We all have differing amounts of credibility, differing amounts of influence with each person. Let me give you an example. There's someone right now you could call in your life at like 3 in the morning. You know, like this morning, 3 a.m., you'd call them. Listen, they would come on a bike, in a car, on a plane to get to your house. They'd throw on a robe to get over there because you have that much credibility, that much influence with them. There's other people you call at 3 in the morning, they're gonna call the police because they're just like, what's going on here? So you're overstepping, you're asking for too much too fast. I'll give you guys an example. How many of you remember payphones? I know you're like, most of you are watching this on your phone, like all of you who are young, you're like, payphone? Listen, back in the day they had payphones. You put a quarter in a payphone, right? You could call somebody. I know this seems old school, but follow me through in the example. I walk into a diner, you're sitting there with your family, you're sitting with your friends, and I say this, hey listen, I'm so sorry to bother you. My car broke down. Is there any way I could borrow a quarter because I need to make a call to call my wife to come pick me up? What are the odds that I could get a quarter from you? Well, they're probably pretty high. Why? I don't look like a beggar, I mean all that, but the real reason is because I didn't ask for too much. It's only a quarter, no big deal. Here's a quarter, no problem. Okay, same scenario, except different numbers. Check this out. Walk into the diner and say, listen, I'm so sorry to bother you. My car broke down, I gotta call my wife. Is there any way I can borrow $2,500? What are the odds I can get $2,500? You're like, no chance. Why could I get a quarter and not $2,500? It's because I asked for too much too fast. I didn't have that kind of credibility, that kind of pull power with you. Are you with me? So what happens in network marketing is we ask a lot of no questions. We overestimate our credibility. We overestimate our influence with people. We ask for too much too fast. You have 5 minutes worth of credibility with somebody and you ask for 45 minutes and they're like, no, I'm good. And you're like, what is the problem here? You just get really aware of this one thing. Your yeses are gonna go up. Would you love more yeses? Can I share with you the question you wanna ask before you go to prospect? And it doesn't matter if you're prospecting on social, on your text message, calling somebody, it doesn't matter. On the streets, it doesn't matter where you're talking to somebody. Like, here's the question you wanna ask. What can I ask and get a yes to? So in other words, if I have 5 minutes of credibility, I don't ask for 5, I probably ask for 4. Why? Make it easier for people to say yes than to say no. Just to give you an example, someone works on the north side of town and you live on the south side of town, don't ask him to meet you for lunch on the south side of town unless you better have some serious credibility to have him come to you on the south side. You say to him, listen, I'll tell you what, you need to eat lunch anyway, I'll come to you and we'll go to your favorite restaurant right next to your office. Make it easier for them to say yes than it is to say no. You'll start getting much more yeses because you're not asking for too much too fast. You're not overstepping or overreaching your credibility and influence. Now, your credibility and influence can grow. It can increase over time. In other words, you can become better over time. You can build that relationship to a point where someone's like, listen, I'll give you 5 minutes, I'll give you 10, I'll give you an hour, I'll drive across town, I'll jump on a plane and come listen to you. Why? Because you've added value, you've built value in the relationship, you've served at a high level to where they're like, all right, you're my kind of person, I'll listen to what you have to say. Don't overstep your credibility and influence. Stop making this mistake. This one small tweak, what can I ask and get a yes to? You just change this simple tweak and you'll start getting more yeses. You're looking more professional, coming across more professional with your prospects and the people you're working with, even within your own team, and your confidence is going to increase. And as you do that, you're going to build your network marketing business. Now, for some more free trainings, if you guys got some value from this one, make sure you go to the links in the description below. Click on those. I have a bunch of more free trainings. I want to help you, my friend, to go from stuck, from frustrated, from worn out to breaking through to that next level. You've got it in you. You know, you're not who you are who you were born to become. You've got it in you. You just need the skills and the perspectives and the context. So click through and I'll see you guys in the next video.